Well, good morning and welcome to Morning Gospel Fuel with Mr. G. It is Wednesday, February 9th, the fifth week of Ordinary Time, and it is the feast day of Saint Apollonia. She was one of the virgin martyrs in the group of virgin martyrs who suffered in Alexandria during the uprising against Christians in the 3rd century. And so she, according to church tradition, her torture included having all of her teeth violently pulled out or shattered. So for that reason, she is regarded as the patron saint of dentistry, or those suffering from toothaches or any other dental problem. So if you have problems with your teeth, you might need to intercede through Saint Apollonia. Today's gospel is from Mark chapter 7, verses 14 through 23. Let's begin in the name of the Father, Son, and Spirit. Amen. He summoned the crowd again and said to them, "Hear me, all of you, and understand. Nothing that enters one from outside can defile that person, but the things that come out from within are what defile." When he got home, away from the crowd, his disciples questioned him about the parable. He said to them, Are even you likewise without understanding? Do you not realize that everything that goes into a person from outside cannot defile, since it enters not the heart but the stomach and passes out into the latrine? Thus he declared all foods clean. But what comes out of a person, that is what defiles. From within people, from their hearts, come evil thoughts, unchastity, theft, murder, adultery, greed, malice, deceit, licentiousness, envy, blasphemy, arrogance, folly. All these evils come from within, and they defile. So we have the continuation from yesterday's gospel of Jesus speaking to the elders, and they're talking about the tradition of the elders. And Jesus is saying pretty much that he's the new law, not the old law. It's okay to break away from the tradition of the old, because I've got many family members and friends. I know many people that don't eat pork or don't drink alcohol and stuff like that because it says in Scripture not to do so. But that was the old Jewish law, and it says right here that, do you not realize that everything that goes into a person from outside cannot defile? So he declared all foods clean. Like it's okay to eat and drink, and just like everything else, we need to do it in moderation. So that is why, we're not bound to no longer eat pork because they didn't in the Old Testament, or not to drink because it said not to in the Old Testament. Jesus came because he wants to know more so what's going on in our hearts. Now that doesn't necessarily mean that everything on the outside doesn't matter, because it does. The movies we watch, the videos we watch, the music we listen to, the stuff that we do surround ourselves with, we need to be careful with, because it does enter into our heart and it helps shape us either for good or for bad. So Jesus is specifically saying that food and drink itself in their substance will not defile us. But other things can. And the main thing is we don't want it to enter into our heart if it's evil. And we can sense that whenever it comes on, I'm sure, just in our own consciences and our human weakness. We know whenever evil thoughts come. Unchastity, theft, murder, adultery, greed, malice, deceit, envy, arrogance, all the anger and everything. We know whenever evilness is coming within us, because it's a constant spiritual battle. So the question is, do we rely on God to help us? And do we discipline ourselves to stop in our tracks whenever we realize that the people or things or places that we're surrounding ourselves with isn't going to be good for our heart, for our interior life? And then we can make a decision of what we need to do. So take that as you wish. See what it is that we need to fine tune and be be better formed in, um, and just keep that at the forefront of your mind, to see, is this movie, is this book, is social media, is all this, is it helping me grow in virtue? And if it's not, maybe it's time to consider limiting or eliminating fully whatever it is that is defiling us, because our souls are at stake, and ultimately we need to stand before God whenever it comes to our judgment day. So have a great day. God bless. Keep it real. In the Father, Son, and Spirit. Amen.